Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Thursday, the 12th of September 2024. I hope you are keeping well, enjoying life. I'm on a very slack day here, which is great for me in terms of resting, getting a chance to recover after a couple of days of hard work. So that's nice, although actually it could do with the money. I've given the cat some chicken for the first time in about a week or something like that. His levels have come down to out of the danger zone regarding the level of protein that he can have, and he has actually managed to go to the toilet by himself. So that's a great day for me. It's a bit of celebration. You have no idea how important that is. It's really good news. But anyway, it's probably not going to be forever. But it is something. It's a little something. And so that's what's going on with me. I don't have a news item to discuss today, but I have an idea. I was thinking, AI is making such great progress in various areas. Specifically in language, it needs a hell of a lot of improvement still to be able to translate properly from certain languages to certain languages, depending on how closely or far distantly related they are. Distantly related languages, it's very difficult for machines to do properly. I laugh a lot if I see translations that are from English to Thai or vice versa done by a machine. But obviously, the future is on the way. It'll be here about next Thursday maybe. And so there will be developments and things will get better. Now I mention this because I was on the subway yesterday and I was thinking about something. I was watching some people using sign language. A couple of people on the train using sign language. Sign language, I notice, has been very good for mobile phone sales, because you often see people using mobile phones. Well, in Bangkok anyway, you often see people using mobile phones to communicate in sign language. Presumably, they are deaf people, or certainly of limited hearing anyway, as a minimum, and they communicate very well. But I was watching a couple of people yesterday, not gawping at, but I mean I just caught them out of the corner of my eye, and I was thinking how many extremely small movements seem to be involved. I mean, I have no idea about Thai sign language. I have not the foggiest idea about how it works, but just watching the hand gestures, and of course I guess there are some mouth movements and facial gestures that are accompanied with it. It looks to be incredibly complicated, but it's such high speed as well. It's really fast. It's like tiny little shakes of the finger and dips, and it's just I was thinking, how on earth do they follow it so quickly? But I guess, of course, if that's your main language of communication, your main form of communication, you get to learn and do it in a reasonably fast speed, like speaking English quickly or any other language. So I suppose there's that to it. But I was thinking, I wonder how many years it will be before a phone with a built-in camera will be able to look at someone and produce words from sign language. Now, I think that sign languages are different in different countries. I forgot to check, but I believe they are. So I don't think there's like a standardized universal language for sign language. I think it's different in different countries, which is a shame. Wouldn't it be great if it was an international thing? People around the world could communicate in a single language, Esperanto form of sign language or something. That would be great. But I guess it's not to be. But as a help for people who can't read sign language, like myself, and for people who have trouble communicating orally, then that would be a great way to produce. If a computer, I say a computer, I mean a mobile phone, which is a computer, of course, could produce translations to and from sign language to regular verbal language. Anyway, any great developer, I think you need to be a really good developer to do that one. But if you're only listening, get to it. Okay, I haven't been looking at the grid while chatting to you. I've been staring at my fingernails for no good reason. But anyway, let's look at the grid now and see what we can see. Okay, I can see something. I can see, this is the New York Times, I forgot to mention. No, it's not. It's the LA Times. LA Times expert level puzzle. I've done the New York Times already. I've forgotten this. I'm actually getting in 3 games today, so that's good. There's the one for that column. We have 8 down here, 8 up there, so there's the 8 in that column. Should we work our way steadily northwards? What's missing here? 2, 5, 6. Any help? No, 5 and 6 there. 2, 5 and 6 here. What else does it mean? Well, it means 4s are up there. 2, 5, 6. What else do we know? 3s do we know? No. 2, 5, 6, 4, 9. I'm not sure there's much else to be done there. There may be, but I don't see it. Anyway, in the meantime, we've got 6 and 5 blocking across here, so we will have 6 and 5 in those squares, and we'll have 6 and 5 down here. 6 and 5 across there, of course, back that way. So 6 down here. There's the 6. Oh, excuse me. There's the 6. There's the 5. And now over here, we're looking for 7 and 8. That means we have 8 in these 2 squares here as well. Do we know anything about 7? Oh, look. Yes, we do. 7 goes there. There's the 8. So 2, 4, 9 left to go in these squares. We've got the 9s there and there. We've got the 4s here. So 4s are in the middle. So we've got 1, 4, 8 across here, right? So that means this has to be 1, 4, and 8 in those squares. 1, 4, and 8. We've got, because 4 blocks here, so there's the 4 there, and we got 1, we got 8. So 1, 4, 8 here. That means that this has to be 1, 4, 8. 1, 4, 8. So we're looking for 2, 3, 7. Is that right? 2, 3, 7. Uh, 2, 3, 7. So 2 can't be in those squares there. That has to be a 2. 9 blocks down here. There's our 9. This is our 4. And then back over here we have 5, 6 in those squares, didn't we? And we've got 9 and I've forgotten what it is now. 7, is it? 5, 6 there, 9, 7 there, yeah. We're probably going to have to move some to a new location here because I have a feeling I'm going to get... There's not much to be done across the middle here. We're going to have to look in other places. Perhaps we better click on a bit. Here we are. 2 down there, 2 across there. Well, we do have 3 in those squares and those squares. Is it enough to do anything? I'm not sure. No, I'm getting nothing really. Can't decide where to look. There's a lot of white space. I'd prefer not to go to candidates just yet, although of course I'm limited across the middle here to what I can get, but what I can put in rather. But if possible, I'd like to get in one or two more digits before heading for the pencil marks. If pos. Time is ticking away. I don't seem to be making any progress. So I think it's time for me to finish the game properly by doing my usual thing, putting in pencil marks 6 and 5 block across here. Let's put the 5 and the 6 there. Let's have 7 and 9 in these squares. And then let's do this stuff here. So what do we know? We know 1s are there. We know 2s are there. We know 3s are here. We know 4s are there. We know 7s are there. Okay, 8s are there. So there was a pair of 1 and 8 there, and a pair of 1 and 8 there. So that's a pair of 1 and 8, so that has to be a 4. And that's it. Let's get rid of the 4s there. Okay. So 4 down here and 4 across here. Now 8 down here and 8 across here. So I know that's a pair of 4 and 8 in those squares as well. And now we're going to have 4 in those squares down there. Oh no, we're not, because we've got 4 blocking down. Excuse me. Get rid of that 4. In fact, we can place a 4 there. And then we've got 8 across here, 8 across here, and 8 down there. So that's going to give me an 8 in that square. Then 8 to the top, 8 across here, 8 across there. There goes our 8. Are we not finished 8s yet? No, obviously we've got 8s here. Alright, what else do we know? We've got 6 blocking down here, so we're going to get a pair of 6s in those squares. And 1 blocking down here, so we've got a pair of 1 and 6 in those squares. And so now we know what goes here. It's none of these digits. It's got to be 5, 7. So we've got 7 across here, 7 across there. There's our 7. And this will be 5 and 9. We've got the 9 blocking here. So there's the 9 and there's the 5. We will have 5 across here, down there and down there. So that's 5 there. Uh, 1 blocks across here and 1 blocks down here, so we have a pair of 1s here like this. So 1 and 5 block across here, 1 and 5 block across here. That means this is a pair of 1 and 5. So the missing number here must be 6. 6 blocking to the top, up here like this, and across there. There's our 6. 6 across here, 6 across here. We know that we need 6 in this column, so 6 goes there. 5 blocks this square, that's the 5, and the last digit to place up here is 2. 2 also blocks across here and down here like this. There's our 2. 9 blocks this square in this column. We need a 9. It goes there. Back up here to fill in the 3. And of course we have 3 blocking here, so there's our 3. This will be a 1. And 1 blocks to the top, so there's our 1. Missing numbers here are 2 and 7. Can't get those just yet. We'll hold off a little bit on that. We've got 4, 8 here. That means there's only one number left to get here. This will have to be a 6. So there's our 6 and there's our 5. Then 5 blocking down means this is a 5. 1 is in this square here, and the last number here is a 3. No completed digits. I can't believe it. We've gone this far and we don't have any completed digits yet. That's quite amazing. We've got 3 and 9 blocking up here and 3 and 9 blocking across here. So I've got a pair of 3 and 9 in those squares there. We've also got 5 blocking across here and up there. So that's a 5. As I said, 3 and 9 in those squares. So the remaining squares must have 2, 4, 7, I think. Can we? 2, 4, 7. Yeah, we got 2 blocking this square and 2 blocking this square, so that's our 2. So we'll be left with 4 and 7 in those squares. Any help on that? I think not yet. Okay. A 5 is finished. Hooray. Let's just go through and see if we can get any numbers now. 1, 2, yep, 2 across there. There's our 2. 2 blocking this square here. Means that can't be a 2, so 2 is going to be here. And this is 7 and this is 3. 3 up here and up there. There's our 3, so this has to be a 9. And 9 across here and there. There's our 9. 9 down here. There's a 9. There's a 7. And 7 still needed at the end here. 7 blocking up here gives us 7 in that square. 7 across. It's so nice with just a few candidates, isn't it? Nice and unflustered. Easy. Just easy like this. 4 there. And don't have to do any remembering whatsoever. 6 blocking down here. There's the 6 in that square. Here's the 1. 1 blocking up here. Here's the 1. There's the 8. 8 going down here. There's the 8 and there's the 4. Okay, that's all over. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you another time. Take care. Bye bye.